Hello and welcome back to another news video here on the channel. Last time I did something like this, we were talking about a bit about the IndyCar game, how exciting that's going to be in 2026, even a bit about the IndyCar schedule. But now we have something I never saw coming, honestly. I know it's been in the headlines for a while now and I'm a bit late on this. But I genuinely never thought I'd see something like this happening. And that is NBCSN is going to be returning after a shutdown in 2021, and it's going to be happening at the very end of this year. NBC announced Thursday that it was bringing back the channel as part of its announcement of a new deal between NBC Universal and YouTube TV to continue carrying NBC on the provider. NBC and Google's carriage agreement had expired at the end of September, and the two parties had reached a short-term agreement in the interim. In its announcement, NBC said that NBCSN will complement the prominent sports properties presented year-round on the NBC broadcast network. Now, one of the main reasons this is happening is because a lot of channels that are owned by NBC Universal are actually being sold off. Right down here, you can actually find a whole list of it. So we have USA, Golf Channel, CNBC, and MSNBC all being sold off. And now we're going to be owned by this other company called Versant. I've honestly never heard of them, didn't do any research on them. With the way these channels are sold off, they're no longer going to be carried or operated by the NBC company. And who knows what the future of those channels will be. I'm sure it will be interesting. But there is, of course, a downside to all this, because there always is. I noticed when reading this how the agreement is only between YouTube TV and NBC. And I dug a little deeper and it turns out it literally is just that. The NBCSN channel will not be available to cable users, only YouTube TV. I guess it's just part of the way things are now, just more and more companies turning to streaming, not wanting to do cable anymore. I know NBC shut down NBCSN as part of that push to get more streaming on Peacock. Just, again, the streaming push is becoming pretty big now. But I also think it is kind of scummy at the same time, because there are still some people who don't want to do streaming and they want to do cable, whatever their reasons are. Them not being able to have NBCSN is going to suck. But one of the big reasons that NBCSN also shut down in the first place might have to do with something completely outside of that. As you know, throughout the late 2000s and 2010s, one of NBC's biggest broadcasting deals was with the NHL. You know, Wednesday Night Hockey was pretty big on NBC. But after the 2020 through 21 season, NBC actually lost the rights to the NHL. Instead, those rights ended up going to ESPN and ABC. Some of the games also went to TNT, TBS, the Turner family of networks, and all the other out-of-market stuff. You can either, at least for me, I use ESPN Plus to watch all my out-of-market games for the NHL. I don't know what you guys honestly do, but I'm honestly still not sure if this was actually the case, because I know some people were saying, oh, they were going to lose the rights anyway, even without a shutdown, and NBC again wants to just push on to streaming. Who knows what the truth is? But one thing that I'm for sure brought back the network is this next headline I'm about to show you. Starting with the 2025 through 26 season, the NBA has signed a broadcasting deal which will include NBC. The NBA has signed an 11-year media rights deal with Disney, NBC, and Amazon Prime Video on Wednesday after saying it was not accepting Warner Bros. Discovery's $1.8 billion per year offer to continue its longtime relationship with the league. So no more NBA on TNT. It is instead going to be all on the Disney family of networks, of course, ESPN, ABC, you name it. NBC and Amazon Prime Video. The media rights deal was approved to be $76 billion over 11 years. And on top of that, Warner Bros. Discovery had 5 days to match a part of those deals and said it was trying to do so, but at the end, it just didn't work out. The last season for TNT ended up being the 2024 through 25 season. And now with this new league that NBC has at their disposal, who knows how they're going to use that on their NBCSN channel, starting with YouTube TV. And not to mention all their current properties as well. They have Tour de France, Premier League soccer, heck, even college football, I think, might be able to get a good run on NBCSN. Depends on how they use it. And as at least for my experience with NBCSN, of course, I don't really have a favorite sports channel, I'll be honest. Of course, everyone's going to probably tailor it to ESPN because it was there first and it's always been like a dedicated sports channel. And I know I've had some criticisms about NBC in the past, like certain technical difficulties that happened during the IndyCar season in 2019, St. Petersburg, and the duels in Detroit were a lot of criticisms I had. But at the same time, though, I honestly just really like just go in the morning, turning on NBCSN when I wanted something different. Not if I didn't want to watch Sports Center or First Take on ESPN, I'd always turn on NBCSN and watch their Sky Sports morning show. Of course, it's not morning in the UK whenever I put on the TV, but being able to watch the Sky Sports thing on the channel was honestly really cool. Like just a British sports channel, getting all these insights from the Premier League and whatnot. It was just cool. I remember when NBCSN actually changed the Versus Network in order to be NBCSN. And from that point forward, if I wasn't watching ESPN, I was definitely watching NBCSN. I know a lot of people will have their criticisms, but NBCSN still had that unique charm to me. So I was honestly devastated that they were shutting down in 2021. I'm like, second most popular sports channel. Why would they do this? I'm gonna miss everything. But that's when I realized it's just the push for streaming. And it's how cruel some businesses can be. But there you have it. NBCSN back after a 4-year hiatus. And we'll see how things turn out for NBCSN in the long run. And I want to appreciate y'all for watching this video I had for you. If you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. It'll mean a lot to the channel. And I'll see you all another time.